Well, greetings to you. I joined the City of London in an investment capacity as a very junior fellow in 1967, and I've seen lots and lots of changes. But they've largely been on the technical side, not on the fundamental side. And of course, you can go back 150 years and the same names pop up. Rothschilds in the middle of the 1800s, and the JP Morgans in the Edwardian era, and so on and so forth, and Rockefeller, and these kind of people who have wealth, unimaginable wealth, and control virtually everything and everybody. It doesn't really matter, and these aren't my words, there's the words of a Rothschild. It really doesn't matter who you vote for. Whoever controls the money actually controls the world, and it seems it has been ever thus, certainly in modern history. Now, what I'm trying to do with my researchers, and I'm posting it for my subscribers, is to give more and more information in some depth. And I know a lot of my subscribers simply don't have time to go into depth, but I'm providing it for you if you so wish. Because we're now going into a new era, which is slightly more sinister because we don't know who anybody is. So we know that Vanguard and Blackrock have their fingers everywhere, and the merchant banks, the investment banks like Goldman Sachs, and so on and so forth, they're everywhere. That actually means that you don't have any control at all. Doesn't matter whether you live in a democracy or not. You don't have any control. It doesn't matter who you vote for. And most of the people you vote for are beholden to other people in perhaps the WEF, or the International Monetary Fund, or now, of course, the World Health Organization, and they all work for somebody else. And of course, Vanguard are the biggest investors in the world, and they own all sorts of things, all sorts of people. And of course, Vanguard isn't a publicly quoted company, so we don't know who runs Vanguard. We don't know who the names are, and I often get asked these questions in interviews: who actually runs it? Give me a few names. Well, you can't. I mean, if you know the names, it probably means that they're not the people. We know about Bill Gates, we know about George Soros, and they're all up front. But I think there are some names that we don't know, and I certainly don't know. And I'm learning all the time. I'm learning all the time as it unfolds like a great mystery, like a sort of John le Carré novel. And I'm going to be bringing that to you in my website, by Substacks and so on and so forth, so that you can make your own decision. But one thing I will warn you, banks are fundamentally deceitful and dishonest, and they will do for you in the end. And the only way you can avoid it is don't have anything to do with them. I know you have to pay your bills on a day-to-day basis, of course you do, and you need bank for that. But do not keep your wealth anywhere near them, or anywhere near where the government can get to them, because they will steal it, because we live in a kleptocracy. They get their money, their index-linked pensions in the public sector. It all comes from theft from the ordinary working Joe. So beware. As most of you know, my work is very heavily independently research-based. And I get my information from all over the world. It would help if you press the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, because the more subscribers I have, the more likely it is that international independent research institutes will share their material with me. It's most helpful, and then of course I automatically share it with you. So, surprise, won't cost you anything. Thank you very much.